Hey there, welcome to yoga class. Today's class is going to help us stretch, relax, and find clarity. We'll start today's class from a standing position. So go ahead and bring your feet to hip distance. And as you position your feet in this way, go ahead and lift the toes, spread them wide, set them back down. Bring your arms by your sides, palms facing forward. Now, if you have a tendency to lock the knees out, take a little micro bend in the knees. Pull the belly button towards the spine. This is going to be safer for your low back. Then settle in, feel the foundation at your feet. From here, we'll close our eyes, bringing the gaze inward. We'll start to focus on our breath, taking a deep inhalation through the nostrils. Slow exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, release, let go. Inhale through the nostrils again. Exhale, sigh of relief. Now, as you continue to breathe in this way, notice how good it feels. Notice you can feel the expansion of the chest with each inhale and relaxing with each exhale. Couple more rounds. Allow yourself this time to get centered, to transition from your day into your practice. Last round of breath. Now go ahead and flutter the eyes open. If the eyes are closed, come into the space. Keeping your feet hip distance, we're going to start to work on some standing stability. So we'll take our hands to our hips. And as you take your hands to your hips, shift the weight into one leg. Working one leg at a time, moving with the breath. As you inhale, lift your knee so that it's about the same height as your hip. And then as you exhale, tap the big toe down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift one more time. Exhale, tap down. Now, the next time you inhale, send your foot forward. See if you can keep your leg straight. And then exhale, let the heel come down. Inhale, let the leg rise up. Exhale, heel comes down. One more. Movement following the breath. Good. Now send the weight into the opposite leg. We're going to give ourselves a little break before we come back to that first leg. And we'll take those two options on this side. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, tap the toe down. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, tap the toe down. And again, last round. Good. Now we're going to go for our leg lifts. So inhale, straight leg. Exhale, heel comes down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. One more time. As you lift, feel the activation. Exhale, bring it down. Good. So now both feet are down to the mat. As you bring the feet down, maybe you just notice engagement that has happened in the low body. We're going to continue with this. So from here, coming back to the original side, the first side, as you inhale, lift the knee up. Now, as you exhale, open the knee out, external rotation for the hip. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, tap the toe down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open the knee. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tap the toe down. One more time. And then bring the foot down. Let's try that on the other side. Inhale, lift the knee up. Exhale, open it out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tap the toe down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Exhale, tap it down. Last round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Exhale, tap it down. Redistribute the weight between both legs. Once you do that, open your feet a little wider. So now the feet are wider than the hips. Send the hips back and circle around. Continuing to move in this direction. Notice how big or small you want these circles to be. And notice that the more you send the hips back, the deeper you're going to feel the stretch at the hamstrings. Now switch it up, opposite direction. Several times, leading in this direction. Eventually coming back to center. Now, as you come back to center, bring the feet back to hip distance. Lift one heel and make circles with the knee, just stretching the area under the toes, maybe even filling this into the arch of your foot. And then opposite direction, getting some nice ankle mobility and releasing any tension. And then we'll set that foot down and we'll come into the other side. Anytime you get cramping at your feet, this is a really nice option to come into. All right, and we'll set the heel down. Take the arms by your sides. Now, giving our lower body a break, coming into the upper body. As you inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, take the shoulders back and down. Continue to move with your breath. Allow yourself this time to unwind, feeling the stability from the standing position, releasing tension from the shoulders and the upper back, promoting relaxation. And then shimmy the shoulders away. Bring the big toes together. Leave a little space at the heels. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. Let the palms meet, interlace the fingers. Now, as you exhale, take your arms over to one side. Send the hips to the opposite side. Find your balance. Open the side body. Next inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take the arms opposite side. Hold and breathe. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release, open the fingers out. Now, on your next exhale, cross the right arm over the left, bend the elbows, see if the hands meet. Keep the shoulders low, just lift the elbows. Feel this nice stretch. Couple more rounds of breath here. On the next exhale, lower the elbows down. Unwind the arms. Inhale, reach the fingers back out. Exhale now, left over right, bend the elbows. Keep the shoulders low, lift the elbows up. Hold and breathe. With each exhale, letting go. With each inhale, taking in energy. And on the next exhale, unwind the arms. Inhale, reach them out, find your wingspan. And then exhale, take them down. Now, depending on where you're standing, you might want to bring your feet to the top of the mat or towards the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Now, as you exhale, hinge at the hips. And as you hinge at the hips, let the arms dangle. Give yourself a moment to feel into the back space. Forward folds are a really great way to find relaxation. Great way to stretch the back of the body. This is also an inversion, so we have an opportunity to find clarity. We'll be coming into more inversions later in our practice. For now, we're going to continue on. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees to make this connection if you need to. Pick up the right foot, bring the shin down. Pick up the left foot, bring the shin down. Now position yourself so that you have your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Look between your knees. If you can see your feet, move them until you can't see them anymore, bringing your ankles in line with your knees. Finding your center in this kneeling position, moving with the breath. Inhale, let the belly lower towards the mat. Exhale, lift the back like a Halloween cat. Inhale, belly softens, lower down. Exhale, lift the back, round the spine. Continue to move through extension and flexion. And then come back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, let's extend the right leg. Press the heel back. Now, as you press the heel back, feel a nice stretch for the calf muscle. Keep pressing that heel back. On the next inhale, lift your leg as high as you can and then tap the toe down. We'll take 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap down. Go ahead for 2 more if you'd like. Feeling this in the glute. And then from here, we'll bend the knee. Take it to the mat. We're staying with this side. Inhale, lift the right knee up and out to the right. Exhale, knee towards the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, as you lower, press the heel back. Take a full circle. 2 more in this direction. Mobility for the hip. And then we'll take 3 circles opposite direction. Once your circles are complete, come back to center. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh of relief. Extend the left leg, bringing the toes to the back of the mat. Press the heel back. Stay here with the breath, stretching the calf muscle. On your next inhale, lift the left leg, lift it as high as you can. Exhale, tap the toe down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. We've got 3 more. Movement is following the breath. 2 more. And then bend the knee, bring it to the mat. Take a breath. Exhale, let go. On the next inhale, lift the knee up and out to the left. Exhale, knee towards the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And again. Next time knee comes towards the mat, press the heel back. Take 3 big circles. And after your 3rd circle, circle around opposite direction. And then bring the knee to the mat. Full round of breath here. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. Walk your hands towards your knees. Come onto your seat. You can come into kneeling, or you can bring your legs in front of you. So this is really up to you. I'm going to bring the legs in front. Now, whether you're sitting like this or you're in a kneeling position, know that you can use your blocks if you want to get a little more height. So if you've got some sensitivity with your knees and you need to open up the angle of the knees, then maybe you sit on a block. That's going to help feel better in this pose. So it could look like this. Hips are now higher than the knees. Or if you're choosing kneeling, then the block would come between the legs and you could hug the block with your feet. So decide which one you like, which one feels best. We're going to start to work on our neck now. So whatever's comfortable for you. Both are really great options. Now from the seat, starting with the neck, we'll start off by bringing the chin towards the chest, giving ourselves an opportunity to stretch the back of the neck, going into the shoulders, just holding and breathing here. Now you've got the option to stay in stillness, or if you want to continue to move, you can take one ear above the same side shoulder. As you exhale, take your chin towards your chest and then move over to the other side. Inhaling to one direction. Exhaling opposite direction. Continue to move with your breath or stay in stillness. Another great option we have is that if you're holding a lot of stress or tension on one side of the neck, then maybe you pause there, taking a longer hold, opening the space. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe taking a longer hold on the other side or continuing to move. Eventually finding your way to center. And then lifting the chin, gaze forward. Now continuing with the neck, we're going to lift the hands, we're going to interlace the fingers. The hands are going to go behind the head. So you're cradling your head with your palms. Now keep your hands in this position and tuck your chin towards your chest. So we're not pushing with the hands, we're just leaving them at the back of the head for just a little gentle reminder to keep the chin down, feeling a nice stretch, the back of the neck going into the shoulders again. On your next inhale, lift your chin, gaze forward. Release your hands, bring them outside of your hips. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, take the shoulders back and down. Two more. Now, once the shoulders are down, you're going to leave one arm by your side. The opposite arm comes behind your back. The hand that's behind your back is going to hook onto your upper arm of the arm that you have by your side. If you can't reach your bicep, then you can take it down to your forearm. Just see if you can make the connection. Then you're going to lean your head over to your grounded arm, deepening the stretch at the neck. Imagine that your ear is trying to tap your shoulder. Now release the hand that's behind. Slowly and gently bring your chin to your chest and then lift your gaze face forward. Trying that on the other side. Now opposite arm is going to be grounded. Other arm comes behind the back. Make the connection where it feels comfortable. Just try to avoid grabbing onto the elbow. And then lean over to your grounded hand, opposite side. Feel into the neck. Nice deep stretch. Here we're releasing tension to inspire relaxation. Letting our stress, worries, congestion, and tension just go. Release the hand. Gently bring your chin towards your chest and then lift your gaze looking forward. Now we're going to move on from seated to inversions because inversions are an amazing opportunity to find clarity. To transition to get there, if you're in a seated position like I am, you can simply reach your hands forward, use your energy, lift your hips, position your hands with the fingers spread wide, just like we did in tabletop. But from here, we're gonna walk the hands forward, one hand placement, giving ourselves a little more space. Then we'll tuck the toes for downward facing dog. Now, in this downward facing dog, we're gonna let the feet come a little wider. So take the right foot to the right side of the mat, take the left foot to the left side of the mat. Now, send your chest towards your thighs. If it feels more comfortable, you might widen the distance between your hands. Feel into this inversion. We're in an inversion anytime our heart is higher than the head. In your downward facing dog, you might bend one knee as the opposite leg straightens. And then find that on the other side. Maybe taking a couple more if this feels good to you. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. One more time. Now, bringing the legs to stillness, walk your hands towards your feet. Now we're in a wider forward fold, letting the arms dangle, just like we did before. But this time we're going to take the option to bring our hands to opposite elbows, framing our head with our arms, relaxing the head, relaxing the neck. Maybe your legs are straight, or if your hamstrings are tight, you can take a bend in the knees. You can also bend one knee as the opposite leg stays straight. Exploring how it feels to move your body in this way. Coming back to this posture that inspires relaxation and clarity. Stretching the back of the body. Just letting ourselves get free with our movement. Maybe we rock the hips from side to side. Release the hands. Maybe you take your hands to your ankles if you want to go deeper, and then pull your upper body towards your legs. Release the ankles. Take the hands, walk them forward. Now coming into a plank. And then from plank, we're going to lower the knees down, swing the feet off to one side, come onto your seat. We'll take one more inversion, and this one is going to be legs up the wall. So if you have a wall space, you're welcome to bring your legs all the way up to the wall. I'll demonstrate what that looks like. If you don't have enough space at your wall, I'll demonstrate what you can do on your mat. So the legs are going to come in front, and then you'll come onto your back. And as you come onto your back, you'll lift your legs up. So you can maintain the legs up here yourself, or you can scoot on over to the wall. If you don't have any padding there, then you might want to grab a blanket, or maybe you slide your mat over to the wall. Then you'll rotate the legs, and then you're really going to want to shimmy, bringing the hips as close to the wall as you can. Now you can rest your heels on the wall, and you don't have to worry about holding your legs up. So this is going to be a more passive option. If you don't mind maintaining your legs up in the air by yourself, then you can continue to do this on the mat. So choose the one that you like best for your body in this time. And we'll take just a couple more rounds of breath. Now we want to meet back on the mat. If you're at the wall and you're really enjoying this gentle inversion, then you can stay with it. If you want to work on your core, then join me coming back onto the mat, lowering down, feel the tailbone, the back, the shoulders, and the head, connecting with your mat. And then feet are up, arms are by our sides, palms are facing down. Think of your arms like your anchors. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, slowly lower your heels down towards the mat. Inhale, lift the feet up. Exhale, lower the heels down. Inhale, lift the feet up. Move with your breath. Now challenge yourself to lengthen the breath, move slower. If you feel your belly shaking, that's good. You're getting stronger in your practice. The next time the feet come up, bend the knees, let the feet come down to the mat and take a maybe take a couple more rounds, finding this neutral spine. Know that from here we are going to transition the station of our body into prone. So we are going to be belly down. You can simply roll over onto one side. Continue to roll until you come onto your belly. And as you bring your belly to the mat, just notice how it feels to now be in this position. Allow yourself to come onto the center of the mat. With your belly down, as you inhale, feel your belly pressing to the mat. Exhale, let go. Now, open the elbows out. Let the chest come down. Maybe you stack one hand on top of the other, making a pillow for your forehead. Then from here, we're going to open the arms out wide. Lower the forehead back down. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs. If this is okay for your low back, take a couple more rounds of breath. And then exhale, lower down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Now slide the hands towards the ribs. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Extend the arms, peel the belly off the mat. Exhale, lower down. Now take the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take the hands out wide. So now the hands are coming off the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze forward. As you exhale, take a shoulder dip, right shoulder towards the mat. Inhale, rise to center. Exhale, left shoulder dips. Inhale, rise to center. Each time you exhale, opposite shoulder dips. And once you find center, roll back down. Stack one hand on top of the other, forehead to your hands. Find your breath. Relax and breathe here. Now, because we did some back bending, we are going to counter stretch with child's pose. So go ahead and lift the head, take the hands underneath the shoulders. Use your energy to push the floor away. Lift your hips. Take the hips back to the heels. You can keep the arms extended forward, or you can bring your arms by your sides to relax the shoulders. With your forehead connected to the mat, maybe you rock the head from side to side. Feel into the hips, into the back. On the next inhale, lift the head. Keep lifting, crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Now from here, we'll lift the hips, take the feet to one side. We're now going to come into a reclined position, supine. So we'll make sure that there's enough space for us to eventually bring our back down, but I want to show you how you might want to use the block to support you in the next posture, which is fish. So this could be with a prop or not. I'll show you both. For our fish pose, if we're not using a prop, we'll start off by coming onto our back. From here, we'll take the right hand under the right glute, left hand under the left glute. Now, straighten the legs, extend them, bring the legs together. Rotate onto the crown of your head. And as you do this, lift your chest, lift your upper arms, come onto your shoulders. Now, you're welcome to hold here, or if that doesn't feel good for your neck or any other part of your body, then you can take the block underneath your spine. So the spine of the block goes underneath your spine from the mid to upper back. The second block can support your head. So if you're taking the props as an option, I recommend holding on to the block that's going to go underneath your spine. Position it so that it's at the mid to upper back, not on your neck, not on your low back. And as you lean back, see how it feels to bring the other block underneath your head. Knees can stay bent, or you can extend the legs. Now from here, if I open my arms out, I can also stretch my shoulders. I've positioned the block so that the corners of the block are right at the edge of my shoulder blades. And this feels amazing because it's helping to get rid of stress and tension. You might even float the arms forward and back, helping to dig into any knots, or maybe the arms just stay passively down. Whatever you choose, take 3 more rounds of breath. Now to prepare to come out, I recommend first bringing the arms by your sides, rotate the palms facing down. Use your energy to lift your head, then start to lift your shoulders, press your hands to the mat, straighten your arms. Now you've got enough space to move the blocks out of the way. And once we move the blocks out of the way, now we're going to come onto our back. And as we come onto our back, we'll feel this neutral spine. Now, if there's pressure on your tailbone, you can bend your knees. You might even take the feet wide and then bring the knees in together. As we take a rebound here with this neutral spine, and focus on your breath. Inhale, feel the belly pressing to the hands. Exhale, feel the belly soften. A couple more rounds of breath. From here, we're going to lift the feet. As we lift the feet, we want to position the knees above the hips and the ankles in line with the knees. Now we open our arms out. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, take both knees over to the left. Practice keeping that right shoulder down. Inhale, knees rise up. Exhale, knees to the right. Keep that left shoulder down. Each time you inhale, bring the knees to center. Each time you exhale, twist opposite direction. Let's do one more on each side. Next time the knees come up, maybe you take your hands to your shins and just draw circles with your big toes. Ankle mobility. Opposite direction. And now bring the feet down to the mat. If you've got blocks, you might want them for support for the next one. Splay the knees open, away from each other. Bring the soles of the feet together. So we're in our Supta Baddha Konasana. If you feel tension at the groin, at the hips, then you can bring the blocks underneath the thighs. If you don't have blocks, make fists and then take the fist under the thighs. Now, the reason why you want to support yourself is because you can't actually stretch if you're holding tension. So by placing the props underneath your thighs, then you're letting your legs relax. You're letting the opening happen, but you're not holding your legs up yourself. If you don't have blocks, don't worry. You can use blankets that are folded up, or maybe use pillows. Maybe you use your fist, whatever you can find. Now, as you come into this reclined bound angle pose, your arms can be out to the sides, or you can take your hands to your belly, allowing hip opening to happen with the spine neutral. Tuck the chin towards the chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Come back to noticing the quality of your breath, inhaling through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let go. Continue to breathe in this way. Allowing each exhalation to be an opportunity of letting go, releasing tension, and relaxing. Now, moving on from here, if Shavasana is part of your practice, which in my opinion should be for integration of the physical work that you've done, and to offer you an opportunity to just be with yourself in stillness, relaxing, and practicing presence. So if you want to come into Shavasana, you can simply stay in this pose, or you can extend the legs, removing the props, and just offering yourself a few minutes to ground down, to close the eyes, to tuck the chin towards the chest. If you're deciding to come into Shavasana, just settle in. Be here for a few minutes. If you are opting out of Shavasana, then you can go ahead and close your practice. For those of you in relaxation, in rest, come back to all awareness on your breath, practicing the deep inhalations, followed by slow, slow exhalations. Feeling so much gratitude for this time of connection, this time of self-care, the ability to get to know yourself better through your physical practice. Know that you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. For this practice, I recommend taking 5 to 8 minutes, maybe more if you'd like. This is up to you. If and when you're ready to move on from Shavasana, follow this sequence by drinking water to flush out toxins. We did some spinal twisting to help detoxify. So drinking your water, refresh and renew you. Thank you so much for showing up for this practice and allowing me to guide you. It is my honor and pleasure. Namaste.